I've never seen anything like this in my life. I got a call. Boy, was it a wrong number. It was a female's voice. She gave me an address and said to meet her there. Then she hung up. I couldn't even Google map the location. But I went. Because I was curious. When I got there, I'd never seen anything like that in my life. The door opened, and I slowly walked inside. This castle looked like something out of a horror movie, but it was like something was controlling my feet. I could hear the woman's voice from the phone call in my head. I felt myself being pulled inside and used my last bit of energy to text 911 to my family. I woke up in this empty room looking at two doors, one black, one white. Then the middle section between the doors turned into a big door and opened. I walked into the room and down the hallway, looking into each room as I passed. Very interesting. What I saw, you won't believe. Caucasian women. That's what they're making. I wouldn't say it if I didn't see it with my own eyes. Some robotic, some cloned. White women, or snow bunnies, as some of us might call them. They are in classrooms learning how to manipulate black men. Butt exercises, physical fitness training. This is too much. I gotta get out of here and warn. Oh! Maybe it wasn't a wrong number. I wake up again, staring into the eyes of two giant white tigers. Now, I would normally be terrified waking up to something like this, but the only thing on my mind right now is, who the hell hit me? As I quickly scan the room for the one with the I hit a sucker grin on their face, I see this white woman sitting on a throne of ice with the two tigers posted up on each side of her. As my head begins to clear, I stand and take a good long look at her. She looks familiar. Right! That's the bitch that zombified us. I reached for my phone, but I dropped it somewhere. I hope my people got that text. Then, I heard a man's voice yell, "Neil!" I looked around and saw this big Viking-looking dude. I bet he was the one who hit me. "Neil!" he yells again. I look up and see this sister walk in. This African queen. She walks over to this so-called queen and hugs her, then walks out. The transference of the sister's melanin went into her. That's crazy. She's jacking for melanin. While I'm seeing all this, big Viking dude hits me in the back of the head again and knocks me to the floor. Now, there's a green Hulk, there's a red Hulk. Soon there's gonna be a black Hulk if this dude keeps hitting me like that. Red, black, green, shit, the whole flag, shit, the whole flag. Anyway, I wake up again, head killing me, in a dungeon. Cold, damp. I hear a soft voice ask, "Are you okay?" I look up and see the sister, the African queen, sitting in the dungeon. She tells me she's been there for a month. I think back, it's been about a month since we got zombified. That's when this all started. We have to get out of here. Every story has a beginning. So I park the Madison, and I walk into my favorite diner and have a seat. I look over and see Dr. Edwin Anthony, Science and Medical Officer. He comes over and sits. We chop it up a bit, have a quick meal, some drinks, and go jump in the Madison. Now, the Madison is my Starship designed like a 70s Cadillac. Yeah, I said the 70s. The last decade that made any damn sense. With cars, anyway. We take off and hit deep space. We run a search for Carter Gumby, helmsman and guitar player. We locate his signal on the planet Earth, so we connect and fire up the transport. We come into Earth atmosphere and detach the shuttle to get close enough for a smooth transport. This ain't the Enterprise. We ain't rolling like that yet. So, we bring Gumby aboard. He sits at his controls, looks him over, and we're off. So, you might be asking, what is it we do? I'm glad you asked that question. We help those who can't help themselves. Like some of your TV shows, The A-Team, and a few others. Well, we are the galaxy's true help. So, if you're in need, we will be there. Now that you're caught up, let's get back to our story. I'm still in the dungeon with my African queen. I look for a way out. Without my phone, it's no way the Madison can track me. I must find it. I think back to the room with the black and white door. When I walked through the center door, I was in a room with a lot of electrical pieces, a lot of components. I bet it was in there. Then the dungeon door opened and they called, "More, Queen." As the door closed, I jammed the chain in the hinge. They walked away with her and I quietly snuck out and made my way back to the room where I saw my phone on the table. I immediately hit the signal, then ran to the throne room where I knew they had Sister. The big Viking begins to come towards me. Now, as much as I want to get in his ass right now is not the time. I yelled out for baby girl to run to me. I grabbed her as the Madison transports both of us.
Fading. Let's fall. Let's fall. Magnetic.
Pause that. Now, you're probably wondering what's going on. Last time we were together, I had just escaped from the evil castle and rescued the beautiful African queen. Oh, it was sweet. Right in front of evil Scylla. She did not like that.
Fading. Let's fall. Let's fall. Magnetic.
Ooh, that didn't sound good. I bet she called me the N-word. But I'll get more into that later. Right now, we found out this is one of Scylla's main supply warehouses, and I needed to see for myself. Well, we were right, and they weren't too friendly about me looking over the place, as you could see. But once again, the Madison transported me out of there and we flew off into the stars. So, let me tell you a little bit about Scylla. Beautiful woman at one time, hooked up with the wrong guy, small g of course, and now a legendary man-eating sea monster that lived on one side of the narrow Strait of Messina between Sicily and Italy. Charybdis was on the other side. She was also a monster. Well, that's what the sailors believed. Well, Scylla truly believes she is the spirit come back to rule the galaxy. Just giving you heads up on what we're dealing with and what her problem is. Born and raised on a dark ice planet in deep space, robber barons who take whatever they want and give nothing in return. Well, Scylla learns from her psychic advisor, Madame Stella, of an ancient African prophecy of a child from the Ethiopian bloodline that will sit on the throne and rule the galaxy. Now, anything that will undermine her authority, she has a problem with. So you can see our dilemma. She is doing all she can to find that child. Sound familiar? So, me and my crew cruise the galaxy in search of those being mistreated. Gumby sees a light flash, indicating another ship in the area. Dr. Anthony goes over to his monitor to check it, and he brings it up on the viewing screen. Scylla, that's her ship. They've been trailing us since we got away. I thought we got away a little too easy. So I tell Gumby to slow down a bit and fire up the weapon systems. Let's see what they want. Two ships staring each other down. It's like the old Western days. OK Corral stuff. Who will draw first? Who will back down first. When we left you the last time, we were in the middle of a stare down with Scylla's ship. Big Viking looking thing. It's pretty cool though. As we sit here trying to communicate, it fails. So they don't want to talk this out. So I think like Darius Stone, and we throw the first punch. Besides, I got stuff to do. I can't be sitting here all day looking at these fools. Fire! Big sucker is tougher than I thought. We're gonna have to clone. The buildup of power from two ships will shut their power down long enough to get away. Doc, hit the button. Good job. Gumby, let's get out of here. Those jive turkeys. Well, as you can see, they've restored power, and they're coming at us again. You know, I don't know what this woman has against me, but I guess we'll find out later in the story. So, after all the madness we just went through, I try to chill a bit in my room. Little blues on the box and just relax. Dr. Anthony and Carter Gumby finish up repairs and get the Madison back up to full power. She took a beating, but she's a pretty tough old girl. After a few minutes of checking the insides of my eyelids, I come back up to the bridge. So, with everything firing at 100%, we hit the gas so we can get to our next destination, with a quick stop along the way. The Madison comes to a stop as I take the shuttlecraft down to my favorite diner. I look up and see African Queen. She sees me, gives me that beautiful smile, and comes and sits with me. She tells me her name, Issa Juna. We enjoy each other's company, then she comes with me back up to the Madison. Issa stands looking out, enjoying the beautiful space with all the bright stars and colors. What's this? We pick up distress calls coming in. Well, break time is over. Back to work. We're back, picking up distress calls. Issa runs the scan and brings it up on the view screen. It seems that children are being kidnapped from the third planet, Earth. Just then, I get a call from my daughter. My 7-year-old granddaughter is missing. Scylla. She's looking for that child.
Wait a minute. I can't take this shit no more. You seriously think we're gonna believe that crap coming out of your mouth? Prophecies and haunted castles and making white women, giant tigers, Vikings. Are you kidding me?
I'm just trying to tell you what happened. I know it sounds wild, but I saw it with my own eyes. Well, sir, please continue. Issa tells me when she was at the spooky castle, she saw a room with a lot of children in it. That's where she's keeping them. That's where we must go. We set course back to Earth. Now, I heard a lot about the prophecy, but didn't think too much about it. Lots of people saying lots of things for a lot of years. So Dr. Anthony brings it up so we can read it and try to understand. Okay. A child at 7 years will sit on the throne. 7? Issa runs a scan and confirms that the kidnapped children are 7 years old. Scylla is trying to find and eliminate that kid. So we knew we had to go back to the castle, rescue the kids, and try to put an end to Scylla's entire plan. So I signal Dr. Anthony to hit the CT drive.
Engage.
But we were too late.